lunatic. Sheena, how you doing? Whew. We are going up the moors. We're in the foothills of Geltsdale. And this used to be a railway track. Up here was lots of railway. Got the remains of buildings on here too. We're going to go up through the Lime Quarry. Roadhog, you okay? So we're in the middle of nowhere. Anne-Marie, how you doing? I've got the hills. And we're going to my valley. Hopefully we'll bump into the herd of deer that I've got. Christine, how you doing? Gareth, how you doing? We're up in the hills, where I love to be. So we've got another building here. Got the foundations of all the way along here. Sadie, how you doing? And this would have transported, Dale, you alright? The limestone and the lime down to town to be sold on. We've got a high chance of cows as we go through the Lime Quarry, which scared the crap out of me. I had one look like it was going to give me a chase, and then we're going to come back through the valley. Jarek, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. T&J, how you doing? So we've had mining on that hillside. In the background there, can you see the work on that hillside? There were a lot of coal mines. Cynthia, how you doing? Nessie, how you doing? Cottonwood, how you doing, Cottonwood? Good morning. Kaz, how you doing? So I apologise for any language that may happen. But yes, Monkey Town, how you doing? Happy Australia Day to all my Australian friends. I saw that this morning, thought, ew, it's getting a bit clarty already. Clarty is another word for muddy. If I come out with a word that you don't know what it is, let us know, I'll tell you. This Lime Quarry that we're going to go through is a scheduled monument. Stone was brought down from the hills, put in some huge ovens, and the lime would fall out below, which was brought along this railway track back to town to be sold on. That would have been used for cement, for render, for whitewash. These hills, for all it's wild and abandoned. Geordie, how you doing? There's a lot of industry here, a lot of coal mines too. I'm zigzagging. I'm going to walk double the length today because I'm zigzagging. And I love it up here. I absolutely love it. Apart from the cows. And we're almost at the quarry. Now we've got my roe deer book and here's Valentino, how you doing? His little herd. Just a little bit further on the valley. But I've also come across an older buck. And I'm wondering if he's still in the valley. We're going to be heading left, which is where he tends to go. So you've got a little railway track below us. Carved in. And I'll get as close to the Lime Quarry as signal lets me. But I have filmed inside them before. At the end, we should bump into donkeys. We're going to be walking along the valley through the moor, at the bottom of the hill, and we should come across a pair of donkeys. So you've got a lot of earthwork in here as well, where this track below us is. It's cold, but it's lovely and still today. Nessie, you should have shouted from the top of Alston. You'll about heard me. I'll about heard you. I'm only down the road. Wanda, how you doing, Wanda? Alston's not a million miles away from where we are now. You see, if you go past Alston, you're heading for, what's that castle, the next bit called? That links to the A6 Baden. No, not Baden. It's that castle bit. It gets a bit scary because the roads, they don't have street signs. They have cardboard painted by the locals. Barnard Castle, that's what the word I was looking for, Barnard Castle. Gets a bit scary over the top. You expect banjos. So we've got a load of earthworks still here. Gareth, I love it. I absolutely love it up here. I like being further up the hills. And we're going to be doing, when the weather's safe enough, Coldfell. I've wanted to do that since the summer. But the grass shoots are finished, so I won't get shot. I just need to wait for the weather to clear a little bit. I'll be wading waist deep in peat bogs. Do you know what? I never decide where I'm going until an hour or so beforehand normally. And as soon as I decided I was going to do this one, oh my God, the butterflies started. Oh, sorry. Feeling a bit of a lurgy coming on. Chest feels a bit funny. Now the beauty of these old railway tracks is it's nice walking. Easy walking. All the adders are curled up and asleep for the winter, so I've not got snakes. Because they scare the crap out of me too. It looks like we've got a fox or a badger using that run. Got animal track through there, it's too big for rabbits. Dry wreck just like you, outdoors is my thing. Claudia, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm praying that the farmers move the cattle out. Praying. Because they all stick their ears up and they start coming towards us. And a big chunk of beef, unless it's on my plate, scares the crap out of me. So we've also got the remains of what is believed to be office buildings from the Lime Quarry. So here we go. Geltsdale, which is the moorland that we're on, isn't just a place of wildlife, it's a fascinating industrial history of limestone and shale extraction. Where we are now, the quarry started in the 18th century. The lime was used for fertiliser, concrete and cement, and continued into the latter half of the 20th century. And here we've got a map of all the railway lines. I mean, this is all across the moors. It's hard going. And you'll see just how desolate it is. From 1920 to 1940, this place was providing shale for brick making. Kirkhouse bricks, if you see a brick with Kirkhouse written on, that's from here. In 1821, the Blacksite Railway was constructed to serve the developing quarry and nearby Blacksite Colliery. Early 20th year ordnance maps show the railway running along the north side of the quarry. Railway lines within the quarry transported lime to the kilns and then to Blacksite Railway in Brampton. 1837, James Thompson of Thompson & Sons, Kirkhouse, bought Robert Stephenson's famous locomotive, the Rocket, for £300, and it was used on this line, this little tiny line. Darren, how are you doing? If you like fishing, go check out Darren. So we have a nice deer. We don't have deer, horses. Local farmers got horses on this side. Connor, how are you doing? And this, what we think was office buildings, has got the most beautiful old iron fireplaces in and kitchens. You see, you have got... Signal didn't like me there. I've had to leg it over the top. So, on the top of these, each four of these entrances, right on the hill above it, is where the stone was dropped in. It was heated up and it came through the bottom. I'll see if I can zoom into the back. We're in the middle of nowhere, so signal isn't great. And then you had this track that runs below us, taking it that way. Let's have a see. I think I can zoom in this one and you'll be able to see inside. Can you? In the back there. Point your finger, where are you? There and there. It's where the lime would drop down through after it had been heated. Now, there will have different ceiling types. These end two have got a dome ceiling type. And these two, very different. Obviously they're filled in, Gareth, but you've got them up in the top there. And then these old buildings, there's remains of the railway as you go through, remains of buildings. Wow, the roof's come down since the last time I was here. That's a shame. Right, let's go have a look. So far, no cows. Keep fingers crossed that we still keep no cows as we go through. Raz, how you doing, Raz? And local sandstone and limestone is used for these buildings, and the lime. The whiteness between the blocks there, that is the lime. So you've got this smaller building and this double building. I mean, there could easily have been 4 on-site foremans. In this one, I'll try from the next window. That's beautiful kitchen. So you've got your stove, you've got your wood burner, you've got a bread oven, and it's all still there, and it's actually 2 separate buildings. And then again, you've got a lovely big fireplace in that one. Sandstone surrounds. Joy, good morning. Right, this is where... Okay, I apologise for any bad word that I may say. April, nice to see you, April. How you doing? I would love to get on top of there. Absolutely love to get to the top of that hill. We're going to be going into the side of it. The last time I was in here, it was young bullocks. It's young bulls. And they're not exactly little. So we've got remains of buildings all the way through and the tracks. Good morning, Challenging. How are you? And it's like being in an alien landscape as you come through. Darren, nice one, thank you. Again, we're following a track, one of the train tracks. It looks so otherworldly from all the mining and piles. No, you can't. My fire is my most favourite thing ever. Ruth, the Queen of Beads. A very talented jewellery making lady. No, they're not little. Look, they've been running. You can see they've been... Oh. Darren, they've got a thing for me. The ears go up and that's it. They start coming. Hopefully they're down in the bottom of the quarry. The very, very first Star Wars, when Luke Skywalker's staying with his auntie and uncle and they get killed by the stormtroopers, This reminds me of that. Such a strange landscape. Goshen, how you doing? I'm looking for cows. Oh, there's not many people up here, as very few people. So I like it. It's highly boggy in here as well. The last time I saw the older buck, he was on this left-hand side. My younger buck is in the valley to our right. But I'm hoping we're going to bump into at least one of them. Look, they've been running. And they're not little. Star, how you doing, Star? It's a miracle signal as it is. Look at that. Yeah, I've seen the older buck on this side. We've got through the shale piles. So the trains will have come in through here. Look how much was dug out in here. Eating sandwiches. Doesn't it? And then they will carry on into the valley and we're going to follow them. I can't see cows yet. But I don't want to announce to them that I'm here as well. Isn't that weird? It's bizarre. Very otherworldly. A hive of activity. Homeless, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Star, no, it's mine. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Let me get up over here. And the view's down into this one. How you doing, homeless? See, fresh cow doo-doo. They're in here. Watch them be next to the gate that we're going to go to. Okay, Darren, thanks for coming in. Oh, I feel a bit funny now. Trying to motor on through any dead spots. It's been left behind with a big metal shutter on the back. There is no fireplace or anything in this one. I'll be as quick as I can getting through the bit. This bit can be very hitty-missy. Oh, it's very boggy. And we have cow tracks. Queenie, don't say that. We've got to go down through a paddock, through a couple of streams, to the gate. Right, what am I going to do? They're on the path. They're all on the path. Oh my God. I can't go around. Jeez. Oh my God. Kelly, how you doing? Oh my God. Cows, can you move, please? Damn it. Right, if anyone's got any good ideas, let us know. Oh my God, they're all over the path. Oh my God. Shush. shoot. Oh my God, it's looking at us. Let's stay there. I can't really hide behind a fence post, can I? Oh God. Oh, damn it. Hi, sorry Geordie, it's signalling that bit. I don't particularly want to find out, Kelly, to be honest. I don't know if the mice are kind of what. One of them, was it you, was giving us wild eye the last time I was here. Oh, they're going to follow. Oh my God. Gavin, Dirt, you alright, Dirt? My heart's going like the clappers, you know that? Dear God. Nessie, it's more than a toilet break. Right, can you go away? Because I need to get to that gate right behind you. Oh my God. That is where we're going. Oh, that's no bother, you just go and stand on the path to sound. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, go away. Really go away. Oh shit. Oh my God. What do I do? You're right, that road, I'm about to be... There's a couple of streams, I think, before. Oh my God. Can you get off the path, man, please? Goo, how are you doing, Cottonwood? Shoe? Horseradish sauce? Right, you lot, shift. Go on. Get. Just don't come at me, please. Go on, get. Oh my God, I can't do this. Can you go away? Right, we're going off piece because they're not moving off. Oh my God, they're not moving. Ah. Stay where you are, thank you. Don't look scared. Right, let me just get down here. That one's coming for a look. I'm about to go and eat deep in mud. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, my heart. Jesus. Let me get out of here. Oh, dear God. Dear God. Stay where you are. Let's go. Act like a bear. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. I thought I was going to get squished. Sweet. Oh, oh, oh. Dear God. Yes, we're not coming back this way. No, I have been spotting cows when set on the moor. Oh, I've got a dry mouth. Sweet Jesus. The words that want to come out of my mouth, I'm actually getting really good at keeping them in. What's cold here now, but goo, I've got a sweat on. Funny enough. Oh my Lord. Now, I'm coming through into the valley. Yeah, Gavin, I'm alright. It gets really boggy in here. We were in a marsh And there is cattle come in here. Yeah, they're just bullocks. And the water, we've got a lot of freshwater springs up here. And look at the minerals in that. The iron content of that water. Aldi, how you doing? They planted some trees in these lower grounds here just to get the birds in. You get a lot of finches, smaller birds. You've got the odd cuckoo up here, believe it or not. And again, we're going back into another railway as we keep going. Bailey, how you doing? Cheers, chick. Miss Southern Belle, how are you? And we're going to be following the valley that way. I've got dry mouth. Oh, my heart. Now there's a viewpoint on there at the back in the woodland that you follow up. No, I'm not, tell a lie. Where are we? It's that way, and it takes you up onto the top of Coldfell. And that is probably the way I'm going to do it. Just keep an eye out for these deer. They do like this lower land. Right, we'll come around this side. How you doing, Bailey? Ooh. Oh, heck. Okay. That was ankle deep. I'm basically walking through a spring. Lovely. Now I've got to get it back across this onto there. Oh God, it's icky. I don't know that. It's a lovely little spring, this one as well. So you don't come around the side of it without sinking in. Just so clear, just running through the quartz and limestone. Just beautiful. So we're now in deer territory. That way is my young buck and my valley. Where I take you to the Heartstones is just on the back of that hill there. And that house, and I'll zoom into it, this one's got the walk attached to it that I say I want to do, but it looks miserable. It's almost, well, you can see how steep it is, and it basically zigs up to that house, and you go along the top. Jarek, me too. Me too, you got some beautiful footage as well. Miss Southern Belle, if you don't know Miss Southern Belle, you need to come on shopping trips with Miss Southern Belle, she's amazing. Sniper, how you doing? These hillsides are just full of water springs. On a longer walk day, I'll probably take you back along the valley that way to the abandoned house. Nice one, Bailey. You didn't see me freaking out at cows. Now my young buck and his herd, he did have 3 does, and the last time I caught him on camera he only had 2. So I'm wondering if one of the does has splintered off with the older buck. into this side of the valley. Miss Southern Belle, have you got snow your way? That hill has a stone track on the back, and I hate it with a passion to walk. It is awful. And it's great under your feet, but it's punishing. It's one of those long, slow grinds. You get to a crest and you think your legs are going to get a break, and then it keeps going and going and going. One of those. Oh. Zero, how you doing? Zero, I love you. How's things? The deer blend in so well to this dead bracken. They're a hard spot, unless you see those ears prick, or those white tails. The roe deer are similar to the white tails, but they're smaller. But they're the natural main deer source around here. So right, we have to the colliery. Coal mine's up that way. There's colliery. Morbid, how you doing? Jason. Baybas, thank you for coming in. Oh, we've got a pheasant getting put up. And we're going to follow the railway this way, towards Tyndall and Starkside. You've got your railway there in the bottom, which this time of year is pretty much a stream. Gregory, how you doing? Oh, it sounds like a farmer. If you don't know Zara, go check her out. Just an all-round wonderful human being. Whose birthday is it? Right, let's go. I'm looking down what we've got that way. I just love it up here. Absolutely love it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Zero. Happy birthday to you. I don't sing, so there you go. All together now. Vegas, you're right. Ooh, fly clean in the eye. You've got this hilltop here has been quarried. I actually walked it up stupidly to a waterfall, but I didn't get you right to the base. I need to do that too. Georgia, how you doing, Jake? Yeah, drop us a line. Let us know the crack. I was watching some stuff on yours a couple of days ago, Nenny. Giving her a round of applause. I don't know if you can see how fast that water's running. But the tracks now are generally a stream. I can't see those cows up on the hillside. And I don't think we've got a fence between us and them, so it might be interesting. Sassy. How you doing, Sassy? Yeah, I want to take you up over the back of that one and keep going. At the top of Colville, that's my target. I need to train the legs up a little though. I've been told it's brutal. That almost quack is a grouse. We're going to hit where the little donkeys are. And I'm going to take you through the Adder Meadow. And we'll follow the background and just have a look down in there for the deer as well. I've seen them all the way along. Just so peaceful and quiet up here. I love it. Got the odd little house, but apart from that, no people. That's almost behind us then. These two donkeys are cute. Saxon, how you doing? Saxon, I've had to face cows. It was a close run thing. My nerves were kind of jangling quite a lot. Now they've been clearing that trench out, but they've not really cleaned it out where it needs to be cleaned out. Yeah, there's donkeys just along here. And you can see where they've been working up on this hillside. You can see where tracks have been. You see all those earthworks all the way along there. The limestone, or shale, I think it'll be limestone on there. And these trail lines are just a massive advantage. Consider look at the ground that you'll be taking it across. Hard work. Right, we're at Donkey Field. That cute little shed. I love where the donkeys get to live. I'd love to have a nose around in these becks as well. Yeti, how you doing? I'm up in the hills. I'm seeing the donkeys are here. I hope they're here. If you like gaming, check out Sniper. He's a good guy. Donkeys, where are you? The donkeys are normally in this little field here. Let's have a look down this side. Check for deer. You won't get trees up here much taller than they are. Oh, yet you have no idea how muddy. Because the weather is just so harsh. Grow much taller, they'll be bent in half by it. These will have been miners' cottages. Mr. J, how you doing? That we're coming up onto. The donkeys haven't got much hay, I don't know where they are. They might be in the shed, we'll have a look. And again, look, shale and coal. But I love this little donkey house. Yeah, not bad. Up here, the ground's really acidic. Look at that monster. Want to do that one? I want to get finally up onto the top of that. I've taken to the viewpoint on that one, which is about there-ish. That was a bit of a grind. Right, let's go find the donkeys. Hopefully they're in this little lovely little old shed. That's a couple of years old. Hi Eve, how you doing? Nice to see you. Donkeys, where are you? Are they in the shed? Oh, they may be in the back paddock. That's where they live. They've only always stood around here. They're out the back. Oh, I'm good. I like the donkeys. Now, where we're going on the other side of these houses is Addis Central. But this time of year, they're all hidden away. Thank God. They're the only venomous snake in the UK. And I've got a real snake phobia, so... We'll come this side. Ooh, heck, that was a bit buggy. The peat that these moors are made of is like a giant sponge. It really holds on to the water. You alright, Derek? I mean, just look how dark that soil is. Clearly because of that and the coal from here. Oh, they've been putting them new telegraph poles up. I haven't got a date for these cottages, but we're looking a couple of 100 years old, I'd guess. Oh, sorry. Let's go. A lovely but wild place to live. Now, it looks like we've had a train track on the side of that hill there, wrapping around it. We have some older walkers that are going to make a show of me huffing and puffing going up that hill. So we've got a track, runs all the way along that side of that hill, if you can see that. Valentina, how are you doing? Ooh, the beck's running. Running hard. I'll hang back and I'll let them go in a bit, get going a bit. I've got earthworks all the way up. Agent, how you doing? Agent, I saw that post, thank you very much. I'll get past this telegraph pole so you can see properly. See the earthworks all the way up there? All the way up that hillside, spoil piles. While they're here, I'll take you along the beck. I'll let them get ahead of me. Hopefully they'll disturb the deer. Oh, this is full of raspberry canes. It's Wasp City in autumn. Linda, how you doing? Good morning. I love this little beck and I love that we follow it the whole way. Food Forest, how are you? It's a lovely little bridge through. How you doing, Digger? Yeti, thank you so much. Thank you, Yeti. I'm interested to have a nose around in this beck as we get further on. How's it going, Mr. J? All limestone. Fyro, how are you? Nice to see you, Fyro. Thank you, Food Forest. You okay? How's it going? If you haven't met Food Forest, go check Harry out. He's brilliant. Lovely guy. Very knowledgeable too. I love this in summer. Absolutely love it. And we're going to follow the valley on towards the tarn. The tarns are basically lakes, remains of the Ice Age. This is all looked after by the RSPB, which is the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. It's a charity, one of the leading charities in the UK. Smee, how you doing, Smee? But I want to be on the top of there and I want to get to the trig up there. But it's a mission. You've got your little trig right there on the highest spot. Yes, Sam's a nightmare. He won't come out. Jack, I didn't think he was going to be so much of a water dog. But yeah, he is. And Willow, she's going to be an idiot, I already know. She's up for anything, is Willow. She's fearless. Hi, nice one, Doug. I need to do an intro and I haven't got the foggiest. I had to go. It didn't go very well. So I need to try again. Be more patient. You'll get sheep in the fields around, but they're not allowed on the moors. They eat the heather, they destroy that and the reeds, and they were changing the ecology of the areas. So now they're banned and it's getting back to what it was. Just watching that hillside. Nice one, Jamie, thank you. But look at that, look at it. Love it. Hopefully if they tip my deer off, they'll tip them off and they'll come back this way. Get a lot of geese on this tarn too. And they've actually got a horse on. I think they're using a horse for moving lumber. Back to working horses on you. Yes, it does. It was a hive of activity as well. There, you've got a railway line coming just there. You'll just see the line of it. Mining on there, lime mining for limestone, maybe coal mine there. Yeti, thank you so much for coming in. You're a star. Thank you. Claudia, always. It's the best way to be. I love this little meadow. I say little, it's not. The walkway follows it all the way through. I just hate that hill. I hate the walk up that hill. It's not a nice walk. But this, from the last storms, it's actually split the flow in two. It was just that way. But the force of the water coming down from there has opened it right up. Sadie, thank you so much for coming in, chick. Thank you. Zaxon, what have you been up to? So you've got an animal track going that way. That's not a people track. SSC TV, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. It is, and there's some nice little seating areas up through it. so hard. Cheap seats, how you doing? Cheap seats, I had an issue with cows before. My heart nearly fell out my backside. Oh, cool, Zaxon. That's going to be a fun project. Now, these trees are pretty much mature. They're not going to get any bigger than they are. About maybe 10 foot, 12 foot. How you doing, Jamie? Here again, we follow that little beck all the way through. We're connecting to another one at this spot. I'd like to have a nose around in the bottom of this one as well, just because I'm nosy. Got a fair bit of bank slip there in the background. This one travels mainly underground. You don't see much of it. It just appears out. That's going to keep you busy, Jackson. Last time I was sat at this little seat here, a little mouse ran over my foot. It's all being carved. Pretty little seat with Geltsdale written on it. We've got grouse, we've got swallows, we've got swans. Is that a pigeon or is that a hawk? And it is just a lovely spot to just sit and take some time. But as you know, I can't stand still. I have to keep going. See, this bank's dropping away. Wolf, Wolf, how you doing? I saw a doe in here as well. As we get further along on this right hand side. So I'll have a look to see if she or the older buck are here. Alright, Jules, thank you so much for coming in and happy birthday. If you want to go tell Jill happy birthday, Real Zero, go say hi. Oh, it's boggy in here. And that's with them putting hardcore in as well. Derek, so would I. You've got that much of a heavy metal content in the stone. You'd be going off all over the place. I've been watching the weather models and weather updates, and apparently we have this stratospheric warming event looking likely. If it does, we're going to get our own little polar vortex all the way from Greenland, and they're predicting record-breaking low temps for the UK. Well, Scotland and Northern England, where I am, predominantly, I think. And ridiculously amounts of snow. A few feet of snow up on the hills, And pretty much the whole country going to get a nice white cap. Don't know if you can see this. See if I can grab it. Floaty spider webs everywhere. So we're going to look out for deer. There's the valley drops down below us on the right hand side. And we come back into the trees. Permission from the landowner to go in with a metal detector. Any fines you have to basically split with that landowner. We've got someone with a spaniel. Green Hornet, how you doing? What's up, Roadhog? Oh well, each to their own. Roadhog, what now? Or someone else's? Ice, ice, baby. Ice, yes it is. Today we're up in the moors, it's no stones involved. We're looking for the deer. We've already had possible death by a cow, which was a close one. Those cows are a bit close for comfort. I've still got videos from Poland I need to edit. On the town square, the old town square, it's the largest in Europe, the town square. I think it dates back to the 1300s. There's St Mary's Basilica. Now the legend is the Mongolians were coming to invade and the trumpeter went up to put the warning out. He went up the tower and he played a tune in all four directions, but he was shot in the throat and killed on the last call towards the fourth gate. So every day on the hour it's reenacted. You have a trumpeter up in the tower, plays in all four directions, and he stops at the same point that the original trumpeter was killed, and then he waves out the window at you. But I've got all that to edit up as well. It is a bit rude, Roadhog, I get what you're saying. Ron, my coffee monitor, how you doing? Iron Antler, nice to see you, thanks for coming in. How are you doing this fine? God, what day on Thursday? Thursday morning for you. But oh, it's cold here, it's a nice cold. Good walking weather. And again, we're still following that beck. And we're going to head over the top of that hill that kills me off. Yeah, you can put channel links in, but not specific videos, or advertise specific lives or whatever. I'm going to be switching over largely to Nightbot purely to stop that. I'll still keep mods in, but I'm wanting to take that out of the equation, which is why I brought the drop link in. Spooky, Silver, how are you doing? Spooky, how's you? Got some of the workers walking the dogs. Yeah, third party. they're tightening up a lot. There's a lot of channels just suddenly vanishing without warning. So you've got to be good as gold. It's just not worth the risk. And it's just not through like one community. It's through several different ones that I know of. It's been happening. Ooh, are we about to get wet? I think we are. No, we're not, because I put a bridge in. How you doing, Silver? Amanda, how you doing? I mean, Amanda will tell you how nuts it is. The channel's just dropping like flies. Yeah, I tend to remove spanners. Anyone comes in, advertises theirs, and then they drop off to start their own up. I tend to take spanners that way as well. It's just manners, I think. But spamming, don't like it. One account in particular, I gave them a couple of chances. They were just constantly spamming the links. I'd take the spanner, they'd apologise, give them the spanner back, and they'd start again. So 3 times down, that's it, they're done for good. My block list is getting quite long. I'm getting at my old age. At the base of that hill now, it's huge. And we're close to the back. I do love this little wooden bridge that we go across. Yeah, Ruth, I don't get it. Are you getting any messages? Yeah, challenging, that's it. We all put that much work into it. You just don't want to have to start from scratch again. Isn't that odd? Do you know, that's making me thirsty. Because Ruth, there's nothing wrong with your videos. I can't see why they would not put them up. How long have the ones been that you've been trying to get up? Could it be your internet provider maybe? Not having the signal? Have you tried, do you upload on your phone? I find uploading my phone is the quickest way. Look at that. Queenie, I am tone deaf when I know I'm tone deaf. Green Hornet, thank you so much. And we've got sheeples. See if we've got the horse around the corner in the paddock. Oh, I hate walking up that hill. Views are nice, but God, it's a grind. My little old legs. I tried, I can't remember how long a video, I think it was about half an hour video. And I was setting it to Premiere, and I did it through the laptop. I gave up. I'd set it, the Premiere, for like 3 days ahead. And it was only like 50% loaded up. Like, right. So I had another couple of days onto it. And it just was taking forever. Or was it 20 minutes long? It wasn't long. So I might have to wire it into the router if I use the laptop again. But I gave up and I do everything through my phone or my iPad. This house is now used as offices and a welcome centre. It is from the 1800s, built with local stone. Do you matter how you doing? Artemis, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Mike, how you doing? Yeah, that beck is making me really thirsty. I've got another spring running through here. When winter's at its hardest, it is bleak out here. Those sheep are pretty much bomb-proof. Mike, you know what I would kill for a coffee? All the water we've just been walking against is making me really thirsty. I'm trying to work out what birds I can hear. Oh, you've got a big flock of something small. I think it's in at the willows and these reeds in the back of here. Alright, I'll lay it round this, we'll come this way. As well as the bigger moorland birds, you've got your grouse, you've got your black grouse. You don't get ptarmigan down here. You get a lot of finches and smaller birds, especially in these low-lying wooded areas, the brush areas. It's a big flock. And I can't quite place the song. You've got stone chats, a really pretty little bird. You've got your curlews, your woodcocks. There's your mid-sized birds. Are they goldfinches? I think we might have a big flock of goldfinch. Goldfinch are a gorgeous little bird. Bright yellows and reds with a golden brown back. And they're just flying up into that shrub there. They're all over the feeders, right, let's have a look. Yeah, I think they're goldfinch. And you've got this lovely little old house. Mum and 4 boys, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. It's nice seeing the birds being fed. Yes, goldfinches. And we've got some tits in there as well. We've got great tits. Sorry, that's wobbling with my heartbeat. And there's the town ahead, and we've got the horse. Oh God, we've got cattle. I think we've got cattle. I'm great, how are you? I'm up in the moors, one of my favourite places. And we're going to drop down and across the marshes and up back over the hills in the background. Lots of little finches. Very nice to hear. Right, let's get down through this. As you get up into that hill, I'll apologise for any heavy breathing now. It's rough going. Ooh, blueberry muffins, yummy. Hopefully the cows will stay over that end, because we're going to go that way. You're beautiful, you've been rolling in it, but you're beautiful. Ruth, so would I, I'd kill for one. I'm trying to work if those cows are fenced off. I think they are. We're about to find out. Yes, they are fenced off. We get a lot of water birds nesting here. We've got swans that are residents pretty much. Lots of Canadian geese. These fields are just full of geese in spring. Walking in a line. Rhonda, how you doing, Rhonda? If you haven't met Rhonda before, go see her. It's just adore her. How's things, Rhonda? Jamie, you keep me wanting to start singing Jamie's Magic Torch. Do you remember that? Or are you too young? Jamie's Magic Torch was a cartoon in the UK growing up. And it had a rocking theme tune. Just okay, how's the process going, shall we say? We've got newts up in here. Oh, nice one, Nessie, thank you. If we can see down there, we've got newts along here. Now, newts are protected species. If you have newt shows in your garden, you cannot touch it. Other half was working, putting some footpaths in a city called... Is Blackpool a city? I would say it is, isn't it? Or a very large town, putting some new public footpaths in. And the inspectors found a couple of newts in a trench next to where the path was. And they closed the job down for 6 months because of those two newts. They won't rehome them. You have to stop what you're doing, and it's all stuff. Ron, how are you doing? Ron, when they sent a search party out for you, you alright? Ron, I had a face off with cows. If they do get me one day, it's on the gravestone, it's going to say, Jamie, see, I told you I was right. You're right now, good. They really need to get their fingers out the backside and sort you out. And this water bit here floods and it takes this whole bottom area out. They've cut loads of drainage in just to run it off to the tarn. But it's just so much water comes off the hills and ends up here. hate this hill with a passion. You think that top of that zigzag is it, but it's not. It keeps going and going and going. It'll be full of lambs soon. It's not far off lambing season and they're starting to get very full looking bellies. They are, they do need to sort you out, they're taking the mickey. This path's been hardcore, but it's actually sinking. I can feel it dropping. Like that trench has been dug out. It's totally dry. But you know what? My doctors, they'll do anything but to let you see a doctor. You first met with a receptionist who thinks they know what goes on. And then you're passed on to a nurse practitioner. I went in to see a nurse practitioner. And it wasn't something little that was going on. And it had the potential to be something really iffy. She couldn't work it out. She said, right, well, we'll get the doctor to see you because I really don't know what I'm doing. No, she went on Google in front of me. So I come out, and you think, well, what's the point? So it got worse over a couple of days, so I rang back. And I mentioned the nurse practitioner. I said, look, sorry about the nurse practitioner last week. She was using Google. I said, please do not give me her again. It was a total waste of time. She didn't know what was going on. So I turned up for the appointment. Who was it? The same one. Yeah, like, what is the point? Yankee Kyle, nice to see you. How you doing? She's got a belly full of lambs. These hill sheep tend to lamb later, just because of the weather up here, but they're hard as nails. She's got a belly full as well. I'm great, Kyle. I'm just about to walk up a hill that I don't like walking up. Let's look at the view down the valley. We've come from where those white houses are, right in the back there. Is it raining Rhonda? I think Sheena had snow, Cheryl had snow. Seems to be a lot of snow going around, which I'm highly jealous of as usual. Got another beck running off the side here. And this is where the newts are. In this piece, and as it dries up in the beck that we're just about to walk over. I don't know if these are only a UK or Ireland thing. I'm sure as we go across it. This is full of newts. They'll probably be right on the bottom. Hello, lady with a belly full. It was sitting about 1 degree this morning. There's been a frost, but it was just a light one. In the US, do you use cattle grids? You've got a pet one? They're endangered here and they're protected. the wild versions. In the US, do you have cattle grids? It's just another form of gating. So you don't have to put a gate up, you put a cattle grid in, and the cows and sheep won't cross it. Right, here we go, up this hill of hell. You get some stunning views as you get up it. Oh wow, it's a leg burner. Should have asked if I could borrow the horse, shouldn't I? Realise whose face are you revealing though? What's the catch? Oh, I'm moving at the first corner yet. Wow. I'll just march until I get to this corner. Wow. Good morning, Deej. How you doing? Oh. Yeah, I thought so, Ice. Challenger, thank you so much for coming in. Lovely to see you. I'm facing Deej, the hill from hell. I like getting to the top of it. And hopefully not on my hands and knees. And you can just see how close to the surface all the limestone is. Right. In your Christmas onesie. Right, let's motor to this next corner. By some miracle, it's not too windy up here. There tends to be a breeze that blows through the valley. Oh God. Salty, how you doing? Salty's in. Do you know what? It's so hard walking and talking. See, you think you're at the top. Bev, how did it go? How you doing, Salty? The Bud Files, good morning. Is this me? Actually at the top? I think it could be. Oh, God. So, not trying to get my lungs to fill back up at all, but finger, where are you? You have a railway line all the way along the edge of the hill. You've got one through the bottom of the valley, and just on the other side, I need to take you there too. You've got zinc. You've got zinc smelts on that side. And another lime quarry. At coal mines, lime. All the way through these hills. That was a mission and a half. Watch me have another peek to do. These are a bit of shelter back in the day for the animals. The farmers were here and the hard weather hit. They would take the many sheep into these corrals. The majority of them, the older ones especially, are round. And it just keeps that weather off the livestock and the farmer in winter. Anyone coming in, if you want your link drop, just type drop and Nightbot will call you fabulous. Here we have Scotland in the background. Between us and that is the Solway. You've got a bit of a sea, but that on the horizon is Scotland all the way along. Into Northumberland. We're just on the border with Northumberland. That way. And those big hills in the background. I love this whole valley. This one, that's been an animal shelter. Oh, cool, Rhonda. Nice one. Where there's public footpaths, you always get signs. And this one's pointing all over the place. Salty, what have you been up to? Are you sure, Beth? I want to follow into that scar between those two hills. I want to go up in there. Beth, we've had them. They were on the path where I was. And I was way too close. My heart nearly fell out my backside. And you see all the mining work that you've had done on that, the scarring on that hill? It's all the way along. Now you've got the line, but you've also got that zinc smelt behind us, and yet again, I need to take you there. Indeed, yes, they were on the path. I was down the lime quarry, and I thought I was cow free. And I got over the shale piles, and there were about 10 bullocks. 4 or 5 of them actually on the track, while around it is just marsh and water, and it was a bit close. My heart nearly fell through. I had goosebumps and I had a sweat on. I didn't know I had such a phobia at all. And you get beautiful views over to The Lake District's not that far away. That's another World Heritage Site, just as Hadrian's Wall is. The limestone was also handy for all the stone walls because it's just fragmented under the ground as you would need it. It's not huge blocks that you have to chisel away. Just like those pieces there. Easy to build with. TG, yes they are. These are young bullocks. You know the ones that are black with the white ring around the belly? Some of those. Now they look like they've come from a building of some kind. And they weren't for moving off the path. And then there was the brown ones with wild eye. They weren't fun. These ones weren't going to give us milk. Oh, not milk. Oh no, I'm not even going to say that. No, they were bullocks. Young bulls. Big fellas as well. Are you TG? Ooh. See, I don't mind cattle if I'm on the opposite side of a fence. But they do make me rather jittery if I've got to walk next to them. Especially when the head goes up, the ears go up, and they start towards you. That's me off like a shot. Terrifies the life out of me. Yeah, I've known Beth. God, it must be like 5 years now, Beth. Yeah. Jodie, nice one. I do need a walking stick. But, oh, Beth, the words that wanted to come out of my mouth, you'd be proud of me that they didn't come out. Because they weren't very good. I think YouTube would have shut me down. Is that a sheep? Yes, it's a sheep. But yeah, the last part of the quarry, I thought it was Humphrey, and no, there was Mr. Moo. All near the gate that I had to get to. Yeah, cattle prod. A cattle prod will do nicely. At the end of summer, I was here watching the swallows. Swallows spend the winter time in Africa and they migrate to the UK for nesting season. Their numbers have dwindled a lot. In some areas they are netted abroad and a delicacy, but it doesn't really answer why their numbers have dropped so much. I thought that was me done there. They've got that big old hill. Nice one with 4 boys. Got a couple of little tarns in there. We've also got another lime quarry. We've got a sandstone quarry in the background there. You get a lot of explosions coming out of that bit. But we've got another limestone quarry in this bottom bit here. Roller skates. Beth, I'd do myself more than injured than usual on roller skates. Did it go alright today, Beth? Number 4 boys, I love it up here. It's just so people free and quiet. I say that and that pheasant starts shouting. A glider. God knows where I'd end up. I don't know. There's a few houses along here. Probably miners. Or hey, how you doing? Why have you lost your power? What's going on? Have you had storms again? But it's pretty not much here apart from animals. Beth, I'd try landing on your doorstep, but I have to be queer high up. I am Northern England, a county called Cumbria, close to the border of Scotland. We have Hadrian's Wall, which pretty much comes right the way across and all the way that way. It is a World Heritage Site, and I think Paul Man's Great Wall of China. The Romans in the 1st century were here. They took what they wanted to the south and they built Hadrian's Wall to keep the northerners out, to protect what they'd taken. And the sentry points. Closer to Carlisle than I am Newcastle. I'm out that way. Saxon, funny you should say that. I had a chick hatch. He was paralysed apart from like, no, behave. Right, are you going to stay? Yeah, so I fixed this chick. And I was in the local stores a few days later and a couple of lasses were smiling. I said, oh, here you've got a new pet name. I was like, right. Because I'd fixed this chick, the other half had gone around the town calling me the Clock Whisperer. And the whole town knew that. But yeah, I've taken all sorts. I had a 3-legged frog, a little froglet that I reared and released. He ended up a big, fat, 3-legged frog. I was amazed he didn't hop in a circle. But I'll take anything and give it a go. And more life's helpers. Up here, summer is a very, very short window. Very short window. Was it as bad as you thought it was going to be, Beth? I bet it wasn't. It's not bad at all now. It's just going to, over the next few days, you're going to get the Kardashian look. I don't know if you can hear that, all the pheasants are kicking off. Eyes. No, but I've got one. I've got a ninja. I can't pedal bikes, Nessie. I've got bolts and pins in my spine, a lot of loss of strength and movement in my legs. So, bikes are my idea of how. I know they've got a motor, but you've got to pedal for so long, haven't you, to charge the motor up, I think? So, since he's had loads of snow. Did I miss that? Oh God, no power on a 2-year-old, damn right. Having to go old school. So I'm just catching up what I've missed. Oh, do you not use it, Jamie? Yeah, can you hear them? Oh, can you imagine me on a scooter? One of the older fellas wanted a shot on this scooter. So he did the lap of the town and he'd come to handbrake turn it in front of the pub. On those cobbles, he went over the handlebars, broke his eye socket, his jaw, knocked some teeth out, splattered his nose, and he was sending pictures out in A&E, grinning with half his face not where it should be. Oh, Segway. Oh, I'd be useless in one of those as well. I like 4-wheels. I'd have a quad. I'd do a quad, grew up on those. the sun's starting to drop. Well, it's not actually, it's not dropping too far. You'll get the pheasants start crowing like that in the middle of the night. Signal, be kind. Well, people, that is about me. I'm going to have to go. I need to go and get a cup of coffee. After I get a couple of jobs, prescriptions to pick up. They're putting in their new telegraph poles. So thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in everyone's chat. Kelly will be going live. If anyone else is, let us know. Nice one, SB. Thanks for being in. Love you too, Beth. Will do. Have a good one. CNC, good luck with the little one. A long day ahead. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks, everyone.